Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Sooners offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what the coverage looks like, Jesse.
He's their best player on offense, and I like the way this coaching staff moves him around and tries to create good matchups to take advantage of, David.
And that makes it so hard to defend. When the receiver lines up in the same spot every time, I can bring extra coverage. Man, use this guy all over the field as a weapon of mass destruction.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And this passing game has them calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Sooners are on the move. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined, run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Clemson Tigers offense has the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. He'll keep it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Clemson jumps to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Safe completion on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about helping out.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go to the counter. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll give it to the back. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the grab on the left. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, not down a distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him. So a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Sooners have their offense in high gear. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's loose. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Sooners want to move quickly. Trying to break the plane on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Slips a tackle. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Quarterback gets the first down. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to the Sharks. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Running for it on fourth down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
4th and inches anywhere on this field. I don't care if it's in the red zone, on your own goal line. If you have their offensive line, I'm going for it, and you just saw it right there. Get it done.
The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. A lot of urgency for this offense. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Running back searching for a hole. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
Just about set for the second half kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Now they'll try the right side. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Clemson is quick to the line.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Fires and picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
The give. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Absolutely perfect.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that defense.
Now on 1st down from the 30. The give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. They're facing a 3rd down. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. He's got him, and they convert. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Sooners are flying down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Sooners will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
4 wide receivers on 2nd and inches. They might try to take a shot. The give to the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. one more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well give it to him again. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well stick with him. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Keeps those legs churning for 3 yards. He's down at the 9. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterback sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll try to power their way ahead. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's picked off. it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. The Sooners. For the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. And the Sooners with the 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they are cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He's going to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clemson jumps to the line.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He'll loft one deep down the left side. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with
nothing but green ahead. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll just keep slinging it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, the ball squirts out. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it up to 44.
What a roller coaster on that play, Palmer. The defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to follow the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is they get the TO.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Dialing up the 2nd down pass play. He's got his man, makes the grab. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Looking to move it through the air. Got the back over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Oh, he makes the catch. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He's got it. Touchdown Sooner! And the beatdown has ensued. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove your...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll give it to him again. Just buried it. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real, but you know what happens throughout a season. You lose momentum, and injury happens, so they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about, but it's still early. It's week 3.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.